We've just finished season 3 and we begin season 4 in July. And I have to say I have a great time doing the show. But let's see what the rest of the cast have to say.
About 10 years ago, I had an idea for a movie. I'd seen a lot of horror movies, which I love very much, with blonde girls getting themselves killed in dark alleys, and I just germinated this idea about how much I'd like to see a blonde girl go into a dark alley, get attacked by a big monster, and then kill it. And that was sort of the genesis for the idea of the movie, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy, that's enough. Buffy! It's safe to say you've stayed in shape.
Buffy was an incredibly difficult part to cast because you really need a character actress in the body of a leading lady, and that's harder to find than you might expect. Sarah came in, she was beautiful, she was accomplished, she actually had taken some Taekwondo, which didn't hurt, but the most important thing is she found the humor in it. She was very light and very engaging and very funny, but at the same time she brought a lot of intelligence to it, which is something Buffy needs. If she's just a bimbo, eventually you lose interest. But Sarah could be as quirky and silly as Buffy needs to be, but at the same time bring real depth and intelligence to what she's going through.
Well, I think like every teenager, Buffy's torn. There's a point in your life when you're not a child anymore, but you're not an adult. And there are decisions to be made that people don't want to help you with, and it's a very, very difficult time. And there's Buffy just trying to deal with the problems of adolescence, of dating, of parenting, of, you know, learning when to cross the line, when not to. At the same time, she has this adult job and adult responsibility, and the two worlds collide.
I believe this whole area is a center of mystical energy. Things gravitate towards it that you might not find elsewhere.
Like vampires.
Like zombies. Werewolves. Incubi. Succubi. Everything you've ever dreaded was under your bed but told yourself couldn't be by the light of day. They're all real.
She's a great role model for girls because it shows that you know, that you can be strong and confident and, you know, and be independent and not have to just go with the flow in high school.
Oh, Buffy, I realize you've only just returned, but when you're ready, I think we should start your training again.
I'm ready. I'll see you after school.
I actually finished high school in England at a all-male boarding school, which this is very different than, but which is sort of where Giles, the character of Giles, came from. Well, Angel started out as a potential love interest, but quite frankly, we had no idea. Would he work? Would he be any good? You know, David was an unknown.
At the time, I hadn't have a manager, and I was walking my dog, and my manager saw me walking my dog.
And we didn't know if people would respond to the relationship. Of course, they did, and Buffy and Angel are a great romance.
Before I knew it, I was in reading for Buffy. Got the part, wasn't even signed with my manager, and it's just snowballed. His name is Angel. He's a 242-year-old vampire with a conscience who has feelings for Buffy, who is a vampire slayer.
Peachy. So is this a social call? It is kind of late. Or, well, it is for me anyway. But is it for you, lunch hour?
It's not a social call. She knows I'm good, but I probably will turn bad.
That's right, big boy. Come and get it. I play Willow Rosenberg, and she's the computer genius of the show, I would say. And she's Buffy's best friend.
I'm just a funny guy, you know, joke here, joke there. I'm like seasoning.
What was with the acrobatics? How did that happen?
Wasn't Andy Holick on the gymnastics team?
That's right, he was. Cheater! Okay, and the second problem I'm having. Come and get it, big boy?
Well, the Slayer always says a pun or a witty play on words, and I think it throws the vampires off, and it makes them frightened because I'm wisecracking. Okay, I didn't really have a chance to work on that one, but you try it every time. I would say that the best part of the show is definitely the writing, you know, because then we have so much less that we need to do, you know. You just sort of show up and know the lines, and it all clicks. Joss is just an incredible genius, and the way he just comes up with things, it's incredible. I would love to just get around and explore inside his brain, but that's not possible. Because I've tried, and he just won't let me. So get away from me. But yeah, he's just incredible, and he's just always on the ball, and always has millions of ideas floating.
Yeah, I think he's really in tune with his actors and his writers and his people that he works with, and he's on the set, which makes it very comfortable. Not only a creator of a show, but somebody who comes down to the set while they're shooting and gives his own personal notes, which is doesn't really happen today in Hollywood on television shows.
Every day is a challenge on this show. Between sitting in makeup for all this time to get these bruises, to going from a happy scene to a crying scene, to it's 2 o'clock in the morning and we're still doing action work. It is a very difficult show to do. The show is done with love, and that's the amazing thing, and it's not just Joss, it's everybody. It's every grip and electrician, and everybody loves the show. It's a very brutal show to make. The hours are horrible, the conditions are never wonderful. We work a lot of nights, a lot of smoke, a lot of fire. The show couldn't be done if everybody didn't love doing it and was proud of the work that they did.
So sleep tight and mind the vampire bite.
Thanks very much, so I had to say it really. And we've nothing to worry about when Buffy's got a right kick like that, have we? The girl with the real guts is gearing up for Halloween with a brand new series coming to BBC 2 tomorrow night at 6:45. Don't miss it. And loads more to come here on BBC Choice. Stick around for our Wednesday drama night in with Real Women and the Cops up next.